Welcome back, everybody. We are at the Hyzenbrownie Dreamweaver Pro Open 2023 presented by Innova Champion Discs. And we have the front nine of the final round of the MA1 division. We are in beautiful Koh Samui, Thailand. And yeah, just watch the final battle of these four guys here. So we have a close battle between Jacob Neff at 12 under par and Gustav Lindahl from Norway. He's at 13 under par. So Gustav in second position, Jacob currently third. Then we have Kyle Quickhouse in the lead at 25 under par, and myself, Johan, I'm a little bit back at 9 under par. So because we had some backup at the rounds before, the tournament director decided we're going to start at hole 5. So hole 5 is our starting hole, 145 meter long par 4. So this is a combination of two holes of the original layout. Here you can see it is old basket position. This is where you want to place your first shot. The tree on the right side is a mandatory tree. We have to go left. And then you have this open look for your approach to the basket. You just don't want to go long because the road and everything beyond is OB. And you don't want to go short either because of this little hill protecting this basket and making putting a little bit more difficult. So this is Kyle's tee shot, nice and wide. Good distance on it, and this is basically it. You just want to penetrate this first open gap between the palm tree and the tree on the left side and have a good fade on it. Oh, Gustav, a little bit inside, so you get cut off by the trees on the left side. We'll have a long approach to the basket, but still manageable. So the last round was pretty windy actually. You can see it at the palm trees and you will see it on the flight of the discs. Jacob, this looks pretty awesome. Great shot. Nice and straight. With a little fade at the end. He should be in a good position to approach to the basket for his birdie. Myself, I'm also going with a Hyzer. Oh, this is pretty wide. But luckily I went through everything. So this is Gustav. Luckily he landed just right in front of this water buffalo hole. Long look for his par. Or no, birdie, sorry. So this is my approach, yeah. Cut off by this mandatory tree. I'm happy with that one. Jacob with this lefty Hyzer approach. So Jacob is switching his backhand left to right and back and forth. No forehand player actually. This is Kyle, also a little bit wide on his approach, but he get a good skip and roll to the basket, so he should have a putt for his birdie. Yeah. As I said before, you can see how the wind is affecting our discs. Pushing down my approach. This is Gustav's birdie attempt. Oh, and Jacob missed his birdie there. So Jacob gaining another stroke on the card. And a good lead at 26 under par. And yeah, myself and everybody else tapping in for par. So there in the back you can see Dave Lehman. He's the tournament director and course builder and designer and everything of this tournament. So If you go to Thailand, check out Koh Samui. It's a great place for disc golf. 2 courses there. Alright, this is hole 6, second hole of the round. 72 meters long. There's a little creek right in front of the tee pad. And then we have this round here behind the basket, which is OB. And then here you can see the property area behind the barbed wire, which is also OB. Oh, this is Kyle. This looks pretty good. Good Hyzer shot through the gap. Little skip to the basket. Jacob tries to follow that one, but it's a little inside. He will have a longer look for his birdie, but still manageable. And Jacob. Oh yeah, this is pretty much perfect. Good height on it.
I was literally thinking,
He was trying to ace it, and he went really close on that one. And oh boy. Nothing to say about that one. So this is my approach. Way wider than I ever wanted to be. But luckily I missed all the palm trees. So this is Gustav birdie look. Oh, ho, ho. Brutal, just short. So Jacob, yeah, he went pretty close to the barbed wire. You get a 2 meter relief. And get his birdie, par for Gustav. And for myself. So, Jacob and Gustav still tied at second place. Alright, this hole 7, our third hole at this round, 88 meters long par 3. The creek on the left side. This will be most players going with the forehand. Either play here or back end turnovers. And finishing with this beautiful view back to the ocean. So this time, finally, I made it possible to get the camera behind the tee pad, making sure we can see where the disc flies. Or how the disc flies. So that looked like a good shot from Kyle. And you can see how the wind is affecting us. That looked pretty good from Jacob. Get pretty close to the basket. Ooh, Gustav, a little left, but he got through. That looks pretty good. Good position for a birdie attempt. Just trying to follow him, maybe not that far left like he did, but other than that it was pretty good. Ooh, and that's pretty close. Well, he did, but not that lucky. I get cut off by the leaves, by the branches. Just laid it up for par. Gustav with his birdie. Look here. Oh, little left side, chain out.
But Jacob was back.
Jacob taking his birdie, back-to-back birdies for him. So he's in second place right now. 1 stroke ahead of Gustav. And Kyle with his birdie, look. Solid putt.
Strong putt. Easy.
Yeah, it looks
Nice
really.
putting.
Yeah. That's really dialed in his putting. Good speed, good angle. So pars for Gustav and myself, birdies for Jacob and Kyle. Now 7. So this is hole 8 our fourth hole of the round, 90 meters long par 3. Straight hole, the road behind the basket is OB, and then there's a neighbor property on the left side behind the wall. Everything is OB. You want to get through this gap here, keeping the disc straight as long as possible, so you have a good look for your birdie. Actually, for me it felt like the one hole you can really try to ace run it, because if you go long you still have a putt for par.
Got the gap. Oh, look at this.
Nice shot, good ground reaction for Kyle. And another birdie look. Jacob, this is, you're playing in the headwind, so this is
Not a bad kick.
turned over a little bit. Cut out by this palm tree there. And good stuff. That looks like pretty good shot. Maybe a little left. But as long as you get through these gaps there, everything is possible. I was just going too high, cut off by the leaf there. Jacob with a good layup approach. I'm pretty much in the same position. And as you can see, there's a little crowd. The scooter gang watching us. Oh, Gustav. We need a counter for Gustav's short putts, actually. He had a lot of these. Kyle with his putt in the headwind. Unfortunate air ball for him. No. Gustav just high. Hitting the upper band. Oh, Kyle, just low. Missing his par putt. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm speechless. Don't know what to say about that. It's so frustrating missing these short putts. So boogie for Kyle and myself. And Gustav actually, I believe. Jacob with the only par. We are at hole 9, our 5th hole. At this round, 88 meters long, par 3. This is how it looks when the weather is just perfectly. We have this mandatory tree on the right side. We have to go left. But you don't want to go too far left because of these bushes there. They're so thick, there's no way to get through. And then this green is really tough. Long putts are really dangerous when it's a downslope behind the basket. Oh, Jacob going with a straighter shot, but just missed the mandatory there.
That crossed the. I don't know. I felt more confident with
Has to go to the drop zone.
backhand, but I definitely messed it up. Would have been nice in the right direction.
Yeah.
Going with his forehand turnover, but this looked a little bit too straight. He got a little roll to the right side, and as he said, no birdie. This is a layup for him to get his par.
I think that's a good idea.
And Gustav,
Yeah, that could be
that
good. Could be
looks
great.
money.
Let's go.
If you get
Oh,
through,
easy.
That's a
get
big
cut
gap.
off a little bit.
So happy right now.
So with the forehand as well, early release, Missed mandatory. So, Jacob and myself playing from the drop zone. Good layup.
Go for it. You were going for it?
Yeah, I just well, I figured
From
I wouldn't
Jacob.
get there.
Because it's
I
kinda
actually
too
was
long, but
running this one because
I'll just
I
go for it.
just thought, okay, I'm so far behind everybody else.
Oh.
Doesn't matter taking boogie or double or whatsoever. But still missed that right side. So Kyle with a smart layup. And Kyle with the only birdie look. Oh, just a little high this time. Ooh. Just get it barely over the rim, taking my boogie. Jacob also with his boogie putt there. And then tap in pars for Gustav and Kyle. So Gustav gained another stroke on Jacob. So they both guys have close battle. We are at hole 1. Should be our 6th hole actually. 64 meters long par 3. We have the road on the left side, which is OB. Most common play, the forehand. Hyzer play here. I saw some players going through the right gap. Just with a straight putter or mid-range shot. That looked like a good shot from Kyle. And this looked like a good shot from Gustav as well. Both should be able to putt for their birdies. Jacob switching left-handed again. A little inside. Well, as long as you miss these guardian trees right in front of the basket, you still should be in a good position for a birdie look.
That was great shot.
It was a good forehand for myself. So this is Jacob for his birdie. Outside circle 1, little jumper. And Gustav, his chance to gain another stroke. There you go. Nice birdie for him. Oh boy. So Gustav taking over the position from Jacob because of his boogie there. So Jacob really didn't felt that well in the final round. He was just fighting through. Alright, we are at hole 2, our 7th hole of the round, 83 meters long par 3. I really like this hole because of these many palm trees on the fairway, but this also make it possible to take so many different roads to the basket, so many different options. So a good practice hole. You can go with forehands, backhands, turnovers, rollers, overheads. Everything is possible. Really fun hole. Most common play. If you have the distance, you go with what Gustav tries to do here, backhand Hyzer play, but this was a little bit shanked to the right, hitting the first tree, but luckily he didn't went OB on this one. So good break for him. I'm going with a straight forehand. Low, but this is too low. Yeah, you have a knee there. Very good. And Jacob also going straight at the basket with his backhand. palm tree get kicked to the left. And this is what this will make this hole so interesting. If you don't get through clean from the tee pad, it can be really tough to get to the basket because of all these palm trees. Oh, it's a lovely kick. Fortunate for myself. Jacob a little short on his upshot. And this is Gustav's third shot already. Playing up for his boogie. And Kyle for his birdie. There you go. 30 on the par already. Far ahead of everybody else. Good putt.
Good bogey putt.
Yeah, that was a good bogey putt for Gustav. Tough to swallow, but sometimes it was this. Jacob also with a bogey there. Alright, we are at hole 3, our 8th hole, second last hole of the front 9, 80 meters long, par 3. We have the mandatory tree on the right side, we have to go left. This hole's a little downhill here, so it plays shorter than these 90 meters. There you can see there's this little pond behind the basket, but it mostly doesn't come into play. You just want to avoid to get too far left because it's pretty rough and thick over there. Yeah, Kyle just overturn it a little bit, get cut off at the left side. It's tough to see right now, but I made the mandatory at least. Gustav also with the forehand. This is pretty much perfect. Keeps it low.
This looks great, yes.
Yeah, so this doesn't get affected by the wind. Jacob. Oh, another mandatory miss for Jacob.
I just love
Yeah, that was really tough to watch actually. Seeing him playing, fighting. Oh, good birdie attempt. I'm really far right actually.
good putt.
Great par putt. Oh no, it was for boogie. He missed his mandatory. So boogie for Jacob, par for Kyle. Great birdie for Gustav. Already 3 strokes ahead of Jacob in second position. Alright, we have the last hole of the front 9, hole 4, 95 meters long, par 3, the signature hole of this course just because of this beautiful view right at the ocean. So you can play this hole and just went right to the beach, taking a cool down. Maybe not a cool down because the ocean is pretty hot actually. But still, you can take a good break here, just enjoy the view. Especially this back view. Koh Samui. If you haven't been there, get your stuff ready. Book your flight.
So good.
Can see it.
It's absolutely worth it.
Oh my god.
So do you see the palm trees are growing actually at the tee pad? Out of the coconuts? Yeah. So In a few years, the T-pad will have two two palm trees.
Dominando.
Yeah, right. Like a double mandatory. This is a little left. And Jacob. Good idea, just too far to the right, get a good skip to the basket, but still have a long look, like myself. Little jumper. Taking my par.
So good.
And Kyle again with this birdie look. Solid putt again. And a good
Nice birdie.
birdie for Gustav. And Jacob and myself taking our pars. Alright guys, this is it for the front nine of the final round. Kyle Crickhouse still in the lead, followed by Gustav battling with Jacob in positions 2 and 3. Thanks for watching and see you at the back nine.